The boys are back in the game. Things aren't gonna be the same. The background has changed, but the content's still great. New episodes every Wednesday.
We're back, baby! Question that a lot of fans have for us.
What?
Do we monetize our videos?
No, do we?
The answer is no, we do not.
How do we do that?
We don't meet YouTube's criteria.
What, having any?
You've got to have like 1,000 subscribers and a certain amount of watch time.
Guys, get subscribing so I can monetize
I'm
this
sorry if...
Peter King! Cut that out.
Already
bleep
we start hard. And...
Peter King! Will you bleep that twice?
Yeah.
I can't be making enemies.
Fantastic stuff.
They're looking at this. Why has it changed? Have we gone perhaps to a different, more cleaner room in the house?
They've they've kicked Tatus out and they've tidied his room.
So for new viewers of the podcast or blind people listening, we've just aired an episode, haven't we? That we that was actually recorded a couple of months ago. Is this episode 25?
Yeah.
So it's our quarter century.
Yeah.
Shortly after we filmed that episode.
Yeah, we've filmed that after the How Clean Is Your House special.
I think it was part of that stress of cleaning the house and realising how dirty it was.
And how pathetic we were as men.
I had a sort of epiphany maybe that Joe had already had. That it didn't have to be an epiphany for Joe because it was just common sense that the sort of cat infested, piss infested.
Did you? Oh, sorry. Oh, I'll let you finish and then I'll ask my question.
Bald infested, granny pat infested house we were living in, where it was dirty. There's hair everywhere. I mean, I don't know if you want to even cut back to some of the dirt.
Yeah, I'll have some of the pictures from it. Go back
How
to
Clean Is Your
if you
House.
want to see the full problem. But
yeah, I think what it was for me, I remember realising. Well, I think I realised that anyway, that our friends thought our house was disgusting. Oh, we live in a new flat now. We got a new flat. Like, we didn't have a place that people wanted to come.
which, like,
and
I feel like
and also my own comfort.
Felt
but
personally slighted by that.
Yeah, for me, it's like I didn't think people thought about that. Our house was a bit weird. I thought it was just whatever.
Oh, really? Okay, that's interesting.
But that brought it home to me that it was like it was a thing that we lived in this shit house.
I thought you
beyond like it being a bit. Do you know what I mean? I thought it was just like a bit of a joke we lived with, you know.
Okay, I thought you always
crazy
knew that.
Guy, bit dirty in that, but it felt like to a point where I was judged.
Okay, see, I never felt judged for living there, but
yeah,
I get what you. Although I sort of feel like now we're in this place, I sort of feel like maybe we should have been, because like,
yeah,
I don't know. I feel like
Palmer did a lot for us though. He gave us our first podcast studio.
Yeah,
he sorted us out, man. He got me some a polo shirt and some trainers once.
Yeah. So when I went back yesterday to get some stuff, the smell of like cat piss and granny pat piss and Attis sweat.
Granny pat piss.
It all
Do you think her piss is part of this?
Oh yeah.
Do you think she's wetting herself?
All the time.
That was it as well. That was the final straw.
Leaking. This is a great jumping on point as well for new listeners, I think.
No, but is it? Because I'm saying Granny Pat and like I'm giving all the names that the current listeners will know about.
We'll put like a glossary at the end where we fill in all the characters.
Palmer was our ex-landlord. His mum is called Granny Pat. Okay.
Yeah.
What was I saying? Oh yeah.
Horrible,
she came over for Christmas. She came over for Christmas. Even then, I think we used to not mind her at all. I have a memory of you saying she was a nice lady.
Yeah.
You used to view her as a nice lady.
It's like, it is.
I feel like I could search that in our messenger and you would say, you know, that she's a nice lady.
Yeah, she was in the way less. She was a nice lady, and it does bother me that
we've grown a genuine hatred for an old person.
Yeah, filled with absolute
Maybe it shouldn't matter if they're
rage. But like, she is annoying, and
we definitely need to calm down though, because it was getting to the point where we like. If our screenshots of our text messages got revealed, we'd be cancelled.
Yeah, big time.
Like she was clean.
It's for me, it was the lack of awareness.
She'd cook something for like 6 hours.
Yeah,
I don't know how she spent that long cooking a meal.
To me, it was a lack of awareness of. Okay, I know she needs to keep busy, but if someone's in there, come back in 5 minutes.
Girl boss.
Don't start feeding the cats now.
So let's get back. Let me get the thread of the story, and so I'm feeling personally started. So
to be fair, if they were judging us harshly, it's absolutely fantastic for. This is like right.
Well,
no,
it's a good thing.
Telling me that I was fat.
It's a good thing I was
like, okay, I want to lose weight.
So I felt so affected by it because now we've got
I was
a better
fat
situation.
and our house was horrible and did reflect on us badly as people.
yeah. And generally, we've both been on a self-improvement high.
Yes.
And it's like you're putting in all this effort and then you come home to your shit house.
You're putting in like 90% of the effort to be better is just surviving in that house. Like we were giving it our absolute best.
I feel bad because, like, to the listeners who don't know, they just think, "What?" It sounds like we're moaning so much
because we can't.
Because it sounds like we're making it sound like we're in a concentration camp or something. But it was hard to live in.
I don't think we could ever do it. Just like it dawned on me that I've got no evidence of that gap outside my room, for instance.
Yeah,
you know how small that was. You
couldn't get into his bedroom because there was boxes piled up all
Eric's
outside.
You're a lot slimmer than me.
Yeah,
you couldn't get in just holding 2 cups of tea. I had to help you do that.
I don't know how he would get meals in there and stuff.
And it's like there's never any photo of it, and I just came to accept that as normal.
So
freely.
From the point we decided, then it was house share. We were thinking, do we get another house share?
Yeah, we're thinking house share.
We just started looking at the at places. We went to some big house in King's Heath.
Yeah, 9 people type job.
9 people. There was a guy doing work on his.
Is more people.
There was a guy doing his work on his lot. And then we went to the guy. This guy had 2 properties.
Oh, man.
Went to a second house share, man.
Gretchen from Recess was it?
And Gretchen from Recess. How we went and looked at it, and there was this absolute dweeb cooking in the kitchen.
She wasn't absolute.
She talked like
she was making lentils or some shit, weren't she?
I don't know why I'm so against it. It's hard again
Jimmy
because
Neutron? You know Carl from Jimmy Neutron?
We should know how.
It's like a female Carl.
We can't explain. That's like our job in the podcast, but I find it difficult to explain how not visually, but just put an image in their head of how you get in there.
It was just
some dweeb on the cooker, and she's like, "Hi, my name's Gretchen." And they're all like professional people, and they'd be telling us about like tax and that. I don't know.
Yeah,
business paying tax, man.
Yeah, get out of here.
That was it. There's all the stuff adding up at Palmer's. No hot running water. No washing machine.
Months as well. We've not had hot running.
Oh, fuck, that is mental. That's a basic. And there was no deduction to rent.
But
yeah. And now we got. I got them now. I think I got a.
Eric's got a poo stain on his jeans. I don't know if you guys know how washing machines works. It comes up with a time at the top of how long it's going to take.
Actually takes that time.
And then it just takes that time. Whereas the washing machine at Palmer's would do this crazy thing where it would come up with a time, and then sort of 10 minutes in, it would just decide to pause for 6 hours.
Mate, I had to learn a system that was like, you put it on 1 for half an hour, and then you have to spin and rinse, but that goes from 19 to 17 minutes and stops at 17.
Yeah.
You have to do that like 10 times.
Yeah, so you get a good rinse, and then you spin and drain that shit.
Fucking mental.
I know.
And then obviously because you don't want to spend all your time doing that, you kind of forget about it, and you leave your washing in there for ages, and it smells all damp.
Yeah, it gets all horrible.
And then there's always someone else's washing in there.
Yeah, and you can't really like.
We tried to
as well get covered in cat hair if they're anywhere apart from your room.
He had a spare washing machine in the garage.
Yeah,
the garage to the kitchen, not far, but so much stuff to carry over. We tried to put in a new washing machine. That was also broke.
Yeah, which to be fair, I don't think it is. He blames me for it being broke because it dropped from this high when we first moved it. Yeah. Which is like I was doing him a favour helping him moving it, so I'm not having that I broke the washing machine. Also, it worked when we first put it in, and I could hear the water. And I've told him about this. The tap underneath where the washing machine is connected, I turned it on and no water came out. So obviously that's just a dodgy fucking tap.
Yeah.
And there was no water really getting to the water supply to get into the washing machine was low. And that's why it's not working, I think.
Yeah.
But he's just like, I think you said that it's easier to just believe that the washing machine is broke for him.
Yeah.
Rather than think there's a whole issue with that.
More place.
You know what? Say what you want about COVID-19 and how many lives it's ravaged, but
worth it because
it's really helped us improve ourselves.
We did a bit of yoga and moved flat. Yeah. All those deaths were worth it, I think
they were.
And now this is a new era of this is content because we've respected ourselves more. We got a nicer place.
If any person at Argos is listening, by the way,
wait. So I just want to message to the viewers and listeners if you're blind.
Got beef with Argos.
Respected ourselves. I want to respect these viewers a lot more. I'm going to be putting a lot more effort into this podcast. Yeah. Personally, maybe even bring features into it again. People are liking. People are actually messaging me in the break. I know you don't believe anyone likes the podcast.
This is right. I know I've done this before, whining about this, but I do put a lot of work into this.
Yeah,
and I get none of the praise, none of the glory. And
I think you do. No one's messaging me saying there's only you that.
There's no recognition for me.
Yeah, but it's just because they're on my friends list.
Not all of them.
Well, I don't know. Well, I don't think.
I think people who aren't even on your friends list, who are just on mine, are messaging you. And that's
but saying, "Oh man, when's it coming back?" I like to listen to it and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and now it is. So you better listen. You better share it because it's back now.
Get at me, yeah. We're doing a share it. So all you fucking,
I'm angry. I'm hungrier than ever.
You lazy little fucking fake podcasters. Oh, subscribe to my Patreon.
Because I've stopped and started before, but now I am driving straight.
No one wants your little shitty exclusive
80 miles
content.
Per hour.
We're back.
70.
Yet. We're taking over the game. iTunes, leave a review.
70 miles per hour. I'm doing 75.
Oh, what's that? We're getting them to 4,000 subscribers.
Yeah, like 400 horsepower or something. That's what.
We're going crazy.
Because
weekly episodes.
Because now we're lockdown. We're recording this at a time when lockdown 2 is sort of coming into force. I've been doing a bit of stand up in the sort of interim of the podcast break. There's been a few gigs going on.
Where's that ball gone? It's gone into space. That's crazy what we've done there.
Done a few outdoor gigs, man. Hollybush, Bushfest, Hollybush, various others. And, get yourselves down to Crazy Heath, by the way, Hollybush. What would you do if you were a thalidomide baby there?
If I were the baby?
Oh, and also it said, this is cheeky as fuck, when the babies would come out, I guess maybe they had the fewer scans because I feel like you'd be able to tell now. When the babies come out, like the nurses and stuff, or the midwife weren't expecting it.
The arms were still inside them.
They weren't expecting it.
Yeah.
So they'd wrap the baby up and just hand it to the mother so the mother wouldn't know yet.
Cheeky.
They said about
cheeky. That's
let the mother unwrap it and fucking find out.
That's like you if you break something at Palmer's. You just put it back together so it looks unbroken.
Imagine that. Just unwrapping it. I'm gonna rip that back up. Isn't that mad that the divorce rate's 50%? Don't get married. Better chance to get staying together.
Is that? There's no evidence. What's your statistics there?
I ain't got my numbers.
What's the breakup rate in general?
No, the breakup rate is probably like
that's 90%. Probably got to be way higher than 50. Yeah.
But maybe if you're in a long, I wonder what the breakup rate is
for a long-term relationship.
If you're
married.
You're at a point, where you sort of would get married, but you decide not to.
Yeah.
And you just remain partners.
Got any statisticians listening?
Yeah.
Message in.
I'd prefer a statistician. But
what did I say?
Statistician.
Yes.
If we've got any statisticians.
It was bold of me to try a big word. It was outrageous.
Yeah, well, a lot of that will be cut out, but there's a segment that's cut out, and we concluded that we should fuck the police.
Yeah.
Try put our heads together and come up with a feature.
Yeah, we'll try to get some features. Maybe
I reckon if we had at least one feature, like one staple feature. I like an agony aunt feature, but you need listeners for that, don't you? What's the opposite of agony?
I guess like pleasure.
Pleasure uncle. People write in and they talk about their sensual delights.
No, people write in and talk about how happy they are.
And how can we make it worse?
We knock them down a peg or two.
That's a good feature. If we had listeners, that's a good feature.
Yeah.
Writing about a recent time that you're happy and
We tell you why you weren't.
And from the tone of the message, we tell them that they absolutely should not be happy with themselves in any shape or form. I don't want pointing that. Subscribe.
Subscribe.
See you next week.
Share.
I'll see you next midweek. See you in a bit.
Bye.
You want a fit guy, you want a smart guy, you want a dumb guy, you want a tall guy, you want a short guy, you want a knock guy, you want a normal guy, you want a handsome guy, you want an ugly guy, you want a weak guy, you want a strong guy, whatever guy you want to see.